What's going on, guys? It's Sando here. Just wanted to bring you guys a little bit of another update. Do a couple check-ins every now and then. Some things have to come to an end, and I think my time with Elder Scrolls Online is finally here. There's a lot to unpack about how we got here. Starting from the beginning, I know it definitely had to deal with the no proc campaign when those tests started going. As far as what that did show was that the game got pretty stale pretty quick, and from there you start looking at other games, start looking at other things you're doing, and I mean it was getting to the point where I just had no interest in playing. From there we did test after test that then led to no evidence of anything being fixed or even getting better. We now have the newest patch notes that are out here, and we're not going anywhere. We're going in a circle. Now proc sets are going to be able to crit. The performance is getting worse. There's no plan, there's no foresight, there's no end goal. It's a continuous cycle that I'm deciding to step away from. So I canceled my ESO Plus a while ago. I didn't even buy the latest DLC, whatever it's called, due to the fact that it had no real reason if you were a PvP player. And this is all coming from just a PvP perspective, not looking at anything on the PvE side. I'm sure it's all great, but for some reason ESO PvE just does not interest me at all. But the main point is that we're just literally going in a circle. There's no end goal. We're literally going around just to keep the ring. That's it. In Cyrodiil, it's going from procs are the source to adding more procs that do more things, and now procs are going to crit. And then they're nerfing crits, but in weird ways. It was just announced today, the mechanical acuity nerf, and it's just a back and forth pendulum swing with no results. And it's going to be effective if you believe it's going to get better, or if you have hopes of it changing, but they're just doing the same thing. They're introducing their own problems. I think it's a big oversight. Okay, so from my perspective, I just didn't want to play, mainly because we're getting near the end of a patch cycle, and one of my favorite sets that I always use, Clever Alchemist, doesn't work. It hasn't worked the whole patch. Well, it does kind of work if you look at somebody, but that's super unreliable. It might as well be in the set description and double the weapon damage it gives if it's going to do that. But it is not working. That's a whole patch cycle with the set that I personally used that was fine, and now it's not working. And then we're going to reintroduce it as the opposite version that gives you armor, but the one that's the original one doesn't work. So what is the circle we're going in? It doesn't look like it's leading anywhere. It doesn't look like it's going to change anything. We're just literally going in a circle. I don't want to sound negative about it at all, but it is what it is at this point. I really do think on the back end there's a lot of panic coming, because ZOS sees that they do have some competition coming up with New World. I think that they shouldn't be scared of the competition, because their game is very casual. When you really take a step back like I have and look at it, ESO is the casual game. And when you play it as a casual game, just hop on, play for 30 minutes and leave, it's fine. You don't get so drowned in the obvious glaring issues. Well, you can if you play Primetime Grey Host, then that will definitely become apparent. But it's a casual game, man. It's not anything more than that. You can, if you try to sweat it, it's not gonna it's not going to work out too well for you. If you try to go out there and 1vx all the time, especially this patch, it's not going to work out for you. And I've seen a shift in everybody's attitude towards the game. It used to be when I would go to other games and stuff, and I would that had some kind of open world PvP or something like that, it was a certain respect in Elder Scrolls Online that was just unseen in other games for me. And yeah, I know that's partially due to the fact that, people see your nameplate and stuff like that, so they know you. It may be the same like that in other games, but that's something that I really felt that was special with this game. Just looking a blind eye at it. But it just seems like there are other games out there that can offer a similar experience, but ESO is just very casual, and I think New World is on the teetering edge of that casualness, but they're not all the way quite there yet. I think New World will definitely do good. I think New World does have some of its flaws in its combat system as well. I think New World's world, oddly enough, its overall world and the actual crafting in the game is just on point. Everything about that game feels really good for what you're doing, what you're contributing. Things actually feel like they matter. And another reason why you can be so gilded or have such rose-colored lenses on with ESO is because we've been max power level for the last, 4 years. There's really been nothing to change you to go and grind anything. That experience is trying other games and getting that experience again is definitely welcoming. I only played the first beta for New World because I didn't want to play and get tired of the game yet, but even my recent experience with playing Destiny 2, that's been really good. But it's mainly because you start out as not having anything and everything's new to you, so you're kind of figuring it all out. We've been max level for years. There's been until CP 2.0 came out, there was no reason to grind anything. And then they came through and they took a nerf hammer to that too and make it absolutely pointless. I have a bunch of CP points I can't put in anywhere. They don't do anything for me. It's a continuing cycle of introducing something and then taking it away, causing a problem and then fixing it. Somebody's keeping their job, that's a good job security, but it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. It's nothing really new to obtain. It's nothing really to you help see your player grow, or I know as cringy as that can sound, but that's kind of a good thing. It gives you something to work towards. I don't see my skill improving in this game any further. I don't see, because of the lag, getting to that top tier skill gap is seemingly as not consistent. I'll say that, consistent. But in other games, you instantly see your skill level go up. You instantly see how you're doing something better, and it just, that rewarding feeling is pretty good, and you feel pretty good about it. But causing issues and then claiming to be fixing them is not a way I want to continue to have content fed to me. I will say this game has given me some pointers on what to look for and stuff like that. I know that if I do see similar things from New World, and the time is going to come to an end quicker than it did here. But it definitely helped me as far as what I look for and what I'm going to start valuing in what I put my time in. This game was fun, but it's going to have to come to a quick closing. I hope they do get everything fixed up right. The way to fix Cyrodiil is to scratch Cyrodiil. Obviously the game engine can't handle it, and adding more stuff to it makes it even worse. As far as everything else, I don't know. It's been so many years, I've forgotten all my answers that I gave because they were just looked on and thrown to the wind. I know in particularly, I waited, what, it's almost 3 years for Stamp Sword to get a spammable. And now it has one, but it's the controversy of everything. And more than likely, it's going to get nerfed into the ground again. But I really wanted to change for Dizzy Swing, and that just never came. And yeah, I guess I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but all the answers I've given in the past, they were looked over, so they obviously have a plan, which is to break things and then to fix them again, which obviously can work better than anything I ever suggested. So that's it for this video. Just wanted to give some talking thoughts about where I was kind of placed in my mind for this game and where it's going for the future, and see if you guys feel the same. Alright guys, take it easy.